Been signed. Yes, I just found a new apartment. It is actually the first apartment from the video. I have some good news. I will explain what's going on. So I got the apartment, Marlene. I'm actually going to show you guys the neighborhood. Dave, because we got it last night. We finally got it. It's a long time coming. Great to see everybody this morning. I'm going to explain what happened, okay? Let me explain what happened. So basically what happened is, how's the signal, y'all? Let me do a little signal check. How is the signal, everybody? Do we have a good signal? Dave, thank you. It's a long time coming. We've been streaming for 16 months. We finally made it. Signal's good? Okay, so let me explain what happened, okay? And I'm gonna put it in a TikTok story as well, but I'll explain to you guys what exactly happened yesterday and what changed today. So basically what happened was, I wanted to rent the first apartment, okay? But because somehow the real estate agent was like, it's not available, the person is not answering the phone call, it turns out that real estate agent rubbed that particular landlord the wrong way. And that landlord no longer wanted to do any business with that real estate agent. So what we did today was we contacted a different real estate agent who informed us that apartment was actually still available. So in a span of one day, we were able to get the deal done. We just signed the paperwork. We just paid her a 2-month deposit. We paid her the first month rent. So she's got 2 months of deposit and 1 month of rent. And move-in date is anytime. But the rent will start calculating on July 15th. So we'll get like 2 weeks of like basically free rent to like decorate the place and, you know, kind of furnish the place to our liking. So everything, what's up, David? Great to see you, David. So everything is ready to go. I'm going to show you guys this neighborhood a little bit as we walk around. This is going to be the new Sam's Club. Thank you, Jojo. When you talk about China speed over here, okay, this is the new Sam's Club right here. You see how this is still under construction? This is going to be the 6th new Sam's Club. What's up, Warren? I did make it. I made Live Pro. Yes, we did. This is the new Sam's Club. All right, so you can see on the sign, they are actually hiring now to staff this Sam's Club. This is going to be the 6th Sam's Club. My building is this building right here. So I'm going to live right here in this particular building. All right, this is going to be my building. And this is why I told you guys the location was so good, because you can see progress on all fronts, David. I was going to say progress on all fronts, David. We are making progress on all fronts. All right, you can see here, this is the nice mall that I was talking about. It doesn't have any like Louis Vuitton or Chanel's, but it's got all the basic brands that you need. All right, it's got a little grocery store as well. So this is why I like the location so much. I could come down from my apartment and I will have literally the mall right at my disposal. And I will be right across the street from Sam's Club, which is easy for us to get food. And this is the nicest mall here in the area. So, Omar, I'm hoping middle of next month, second week of next month, we should be able to have the badge, okay? And you see a Starbucks and everything. So this is the situation. We're gonna walk around. I'm gonna show you guys. There's no neighborhood I'm in, but you know, this was my first choice. I know Marlene and a couple folks, you know, they thought the second apartment was better. I just didn't really feel it when I went into the room. When I walked around in there, I didn't really feel it. I didn't really feel like it was gonna be home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the one thing I will tell you is construction quality is very important. All right, you can see, by the way, let me show you guys something. You see you see the Sam's Club. You see the logo for Sam's Club right there, right? You see all these flat houses right here? This is where all the workers are living in. Yeah, I need to furnish that. I had to go with my heart, Marlene. I just feel like, you know, if you look at this square over here, okay, you look at the size of this mall, I just feel like this is gonna be I just feel like this is gonna be a very chill. And you can see, by the way, another thing you'll notice about this entire area, everybody, is you see how there's not really that many people. In the old district that I lived in Longhua, it was packed with people. Here you have a much more, like, I feel like you have a much more family-like environment. What up, 808? What up, 808? You got like a much more family environment. You see a lot of kids. See a lot of parents. What up, 808? 808 with the Daily Heart. So once again, this is for all the folks who are just coming in. This is actually going to be my apartment building. Actually, it's going to be that one. That one right there is going to be my new apartment building. Okay, and we are right next to Coastal City. This is the mall right here. All right, everybody get your daily heart me in. All right, get your Marlene already got her daily heart in last night. Okay, so get your daily heart me in, everybody. So this is my new neighborhood. We're gonna walk back to my hotel. Everything is all settled in. Everything is ready. All right, you know, before we actually go to my new apartment, I would like to just kind of show you. I'm gonna do like a little lap in this mall. Yeah, it's a Kit Kat. Thank you for the donut. It's a big sigh of relief to be able to get this resolved. This is really one of the things that was bothering me, not having it resolved, but we finally have gotten taken care of. Thank you, Cherish. But this is the big mall. This is called Coastal City. Coastal City is actually a mall in downtown Shenzhen. We are about 35-40 minutes away from downtown Shenzhen. So this is another mall with the exact same name. All right, not as luxurious, but exactly the same concept. We'll walk around a little bit for like maybe 5 minutes, and then I'll show you guys the apartment, and then we'll walk back. Thank you, user. And then we'll walk back to my hotel. All right, Taps and Donuts, everybody. Everything in this neighborhood is brand new. This is another thing you have to remember. None of this existed about 5 years ago. This is a brand new neighborhood that they're building here in Shenzhen to kind of resolve all the overpopulation that they have. There's so many people living in Shenzhen. They always constantly need to expand outwards and build outwards. Tino, Jackie with a daily heart. Okay, so you can see a lot of American brands. This is where I just had dinner, by the way. Gaga. Like, you look at the way, like, you know, if you're ever coming over to China, you're like, you know, I don't know if I could get used to the food here. You look at a lot of this food that they're eating out here in China at these tier 1 cities. You see this? Like, they got pizza. Thank you, Jackie, for the daily heart. They got all the grains bowls. Look, you see all the yogurt, the acai bowl. You see how this is all in English? Alexander, man, nice to see you. You see the toast over here? Umar with a daily heart. I actually had this for dinner. I had that for dinner just now. I had the salmon bowl for dinner. All right, so I'm telling you guys, they got, like, look at how nicely decorated this is. There's plenty of food for Americans. All right, they got drinks, they got juices. You know, very, very, once again, for all the political differences that we have between China and the United States, of all the Asian countries I've run into, other than Thailand, this is like the most Americanized, easy to access for American country, honestly, that I've ever been to, because there's just so much availability of our brands. Okay, Umar, you see, this is what I'm talking about, Umar. Okay, Umar, this is what I'm talking about, Umar. All right, Taps and Donuts, everybody. We're gonna keep it moving. Actually, just taps and daily hearts is okay. All right, we're gonna spend like 2 minutes in here. We're gonna spend 2 minutes in here, and then we're gonna leave. I'll show you, like, look at all these brands. They're all American. Big Worm with the daily heart. Sarah with the daily heart. You see Calvin Klein. See, look at all these American brands everywhere. And this is the nicest mall in this entire neighborhood that I'm about to be in. Tommy Hilfiger. What's up, Mike? Hey, Mike, I just want to let you know, Mike, we made Live Pro last night. We hit the requirement for Live Pro, Mike. I just want to let you know, Mike, we made the requirement for Live Pro. We met the requirement. Now they just got to nominate me, and we should be good. We just hit it last night. So thank you so much, Mike. Thank you, Johnson, Big Worm. It's Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah, man, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Couldn't have done it without everybody's help. Golf, like, it was an amazing night. It was a crazy night. And look at this, New Balance. All right, this is, again, look at this brand new mall, how nice everything is. Clean, modern. It just feels like a really nice place to be living in. Look at how clean everything is here. Look at the floors. It's absolutely amazing. This is why, like, I had a good feeling when I was, you know, for those of you that's looking for an apartment, or you bought a home, or you're renting a home, have you ever been to a place where you walk in there for the very first time and you just say to yourself, this is gonna be home? Have you guys ever done that? Like, this is gonna be home. Like, you guys just walk in there and you're just like, this is gonna be home for me. That's kind of where I feel, like, this is what I felt like when I came here. So you can see New Balance right here. So again, a very nice mall. Okay, And we signed a contract at about 6,300 yuan, so just under $900, right around $895 a month in rent for an apartment that costs $1 million. The apartment costs $1 million. Now, if we didn't have a cooking show and I wasn't cooking, I would be eating at all these restaurants down here in the basement. There's a lot of food options right here in the basement, but we don't have to worry about that because we have a chef, and we're gonna be doing our own cooking. All right, taps and donuts. All right, let's get back onto the road. I want to show you guys the neighborhood that I'll be in, and then we'll walk back to the hotel and kind of give you guys a layout of the land and you know what it's like to stay in this part of Shenzhen versus downtown. By the way, check this out. You see, in a lot of these Chinese malls, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a pretty large living room. David, yes, you could be compensated very well if you're an English teacher. All right, y'all see this little Huawei store over here? Okay, you're not gonna have an Apple store in these Chinese malls, but you would definitely have a Huawei store. Look at that. Nah, it's the unfurnished one. And look at how clean this place is. I mean, it's unbelievable. Man, you got somebody cleaning. Literally, the minute this mall opens till the minute it closes, they got somebody cleaning this. Yes, David. Oh, they'll close at 10 p.m. All right, before we head out, look at that. This is, again, it's absolutely immaculate, 808. Like, everything is brand new. None of this existed 3-4 years ago. It's all brand new. And look at that. Another very interesting store. Melanated sister, Joni. Let's keep it moving. I don't work in the tourism bureau. I'm just pointing out what's the good versus bad. Like, they got all American brands everywhere. It is very easy for me to live here. I just feel like this is going to be, like, I just have a good feeling when I'm here. And also, this is a very interesting thing. They have a car dealership right here in the middle of this mall. They got a Volkswagen dealership in the middle of a shopping mall. You see that? I'm going to point out a fun fact for everybody. This Volkswagen, you can't even actually buy it in America. This particular Volkswagen model, I believe, is a China exclusive that they make with a Chinese factory. So this particular model is actually made in China using technology and the factory plant of a Chinese factory somewhere in China. It's not even made in Germany. This is made right here in China for the domestic Chinese market. So even though this is called a Volkswagen dealership, this is technically a Chinese brand car. Okay, I show you guys how cheap this car is. 149,900 yuan. So it's like $20,000 starting price. 21,000 starting price for this little SUV over here. This one right here, 21,000 US dollars. It's probably a plug-in too. Yeah, this is a plug-in. This is a plug-in electric vehicle, $21,000. Jasmine, you could bring it, but you're gonna be charged a very high duty. All right, it's time to get back into the neighborhood. I don't want to spend too much time here. All right, we're gonna exit through this door, show you guys the neighborhood a little bit, and then we'll walk back to the hotel and we'll hang out for like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours today. Okay, taps and donuts. Look at this is all solid gold. Look at that. Look at that 808. Jules, I could technically move in anytime, but but they start charging me rent on the 15th. Look at that. Thank you, Bay. I know you like it. Look at this. Look at that. This is 27.18 grams of solid gold. Look at that. Hey, Alexander, my brother, man. Thank you so much, Alexander. I appreciate you, man. We're going to keep streaming. I know a lot of y'all are probably heading to work. So please make sure you follow the channel if you haven't. I stream every single day from somewhere in China, either indoors or outdoors. Tap on the screen and share this live stream. They're going to probably charge you a 30% premium over the price of gold. Taps and Mark Goldstein. What's up, Mark? Let's go. Let's keep it moving. Good morning, everybody back home in the United States. Happy Monday morning. How is the signal? How is the signal, team? Is the signal okay? How is the signal? We got a good signal. Gabby with the Daily Heart. Signal's good? Good. You know, there's another thing. You know, if you guys have never seen my live stream before, or you haven't seen it lately, they love to sell cars at Chinese malls. Okay, they love to show off their cars in Chinese malls. Okay, Taps and Donuts team, Taps and Donuts. Get up out of here. Get that. Taps and Donuts. What VPN am I using? Ain't got nothing to do with you, dog. I use an enterprise level VPN. All right, now check out this scene over here. Sarah, thank you so much with the daily heart. Do you guys notice how many families and young kids there are? Look at, I want you guys to pay attention to this. I want you guys to pay attention to the demographics of the people. Okay? You don't see nearly as many young people as you see way more families here in this neighborhood than I did in the old neighborhood that I lived in. I know, Sarah, you noticed that. Sarah, let me ask you a question. Okay? That's very observant. Do you know why I always push instead of pull on a door? Seriously, does anybody in the chat know why I always push even though the door tells me pull? Let me know if anybody knows the answer in the chat. Anybody know the answer? Let me know. Does anybody know the answer to that question? Why do I always push the door even though it says pull? He said because you built different. Because you smart. Code number 8. He got it. No, I could read. Because I'm a germaphobe. I got OCD. I don't like pulling on handles. I like to push. What up, Dorito? I like to push. Thank you, Glenn, with the daily heart. I like to push. Sometimes I use my I am a germaphobe. I don't like touching shit. Okay? It's probably doesn't say, it's probably not a good thing, but it's true. I am a germaphobe. Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts. That's a good point, Junggu. That's a good point. All right. Look, check this out, y'all. Oh, man. Everybody's here. Everybody is here. Taps and donuts. David, man, I appreciate you. You got to go to work? You got to go to work. Nana with the rose. If it doesn't work, if I push it, then you know, then I pull. Out of service with the donut. Everybody, get your daily heart me in, y'all. Get y'all's daily heart me in. We're going to rebuild our daily heart count. All right, we got 53 daily hearts already. Get your daily heart me in. Nah, Rick, I saw it, Rick. It was an accident. I saw it. I watched the replay. I saw it. Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts. Spirited Garage with the daily heart. All right, a little bit more about this neighborhood. All right, the average per square foot. Thank you, fantastic. Thank you, BB. Thank you, out of service, everybody with a daily heart. Now, the average per square foot price in order to live in this particular neighborhood is about half of downtown. So I'm not gonna bother you with the numbers. We are in Shenzhen. This is my new neighborhood. Now, let me explain to you guys. As we look at this entire neighborhood, you have to remember, this is about half the price of what it costs to live in downtown Shenzhen, both from a purchase perspective to a rental perspective. Tiff with the summer. Thank you, Tiff. Great to see you. So thank you, BB. So does that make sense? If this apartment that I'm paying about $900 a month for, if it was in downtown Shenzhen, it would be like $2,000 to $2,500 a month. Okay, but because we are out in such a, what up 808 again? Because we are in such a outer part of Shenzhen, okay, share this live stream, everybody. Share this live stream. Marlene, this is an amazing neighborhood. This is an amazing, amazing neighborhood. Marlene is absolutely right. But everybody, let's do what this woman is doing right here. Marlene is absolutely right. I'm telling you, the reason why I like this neighborhood so much, share this live stream, everybody. The reason why I like this neighborhood so much, Marlene, is that I feel like it has a lot of the same characteristics as my old neighborhood, except it is quieter and more family oriented. I'm gonna show you guys some more reasons why I like this neighborhood as we walk back to the hotel. Believe me, there's more reasons why I like this. Thank you, Marquise with the rose. But I just feel like as an American, I'm trying to live in a place that's not as crowded and packed as other parts of Shenzhen. Like Longhua was a very packed place. And you look at how empty these streets are, right? Not nearly as many people. Not nearly as many people. I know, man. We made it to Live Pro last night, thanks to a lot of people. That one of them is right here. This 808 woman. I need to get some quiet in this. This is like, you know, I've been living in Shenzhen, and I feel like another thing is I'm 34 years old. I'm 34 years old, y'all. Like when I first came over to Shenzhen, like, you know, I kind of slummed it in some apartments that probably wasn't the greatest. Now I'm at an age where I feel like I need some like a nicer place for my mental health and like for my mental well-being. Thank you, BB. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me give you guys an idea of China speed, okay? It is July already. It's about to be July 1st. This is the new Sam's Club. For those of you that are just coming in, this is going to be the 6th Sam's Club in all of Shenzhen. Now, I want you guys to look at the construction progress right now. You see the cranes are still working. They still got the scaffolding up. This is nowhere near finished. They're going to open it by November, from what I understand. So in the next 4 months, not only are they going to finish building the Sam's Club, they're going to finish staffing it. You see the Sam's Club logo right there? They're going to finish staffing it. They're going to finish inventory. And this is going to open to the general public in November. So when we do our cooking show, hopefully the bulk of our ingredients, raw materials, is going to come from this Sam's Club right here in Shenzhen. The 6th Sam's Club in the city of Shenzhen. I can't wait. And I live right here in that building. That building right there. Taps and Donuts team, Taps and Donuts. My hair is very long. Everybody, please share this live stream and follow the channel. My hair is very messy. I need a haircut. Maybe I'll just keep growing it out. All right. BB with the community. BB, you trying to fill out my gift gallery. I know what you're doing. All right, look at this mall. Beautiful. Oh, my hair is messed up. I'm sorry. My hair is messed up. All right, let's start walking back to my hotel. One last thing I will say about this neighborhood. This neighborhood, I think, has a total of 12 buildings. This all belongs to the developer that built it. So they built all these buildings over here. Okay, again, this is why this is the most expensive building in the entire area. Why? Because of convenience. Chinese people really care about convenience. They really care about being next to a mall, next to a shopping center. When that Sam's Club opens up, the real estate value here is gonna go up even higher. The rent here is gonna go up even higher. I actually thought about signing a 2-year lease with her, but life is pretty unpredictable. I don't know if I'm still gonna be here in 2 years. So we ended up signing for 1 year. But you can see, let me give you guys one more idea. You see how this street separates two separate sides of this community? On the left side versus the right side. This is actually the more expensive side. This one right here. So the one I decided to, well, this is the only one I had a unit. Everything else wasn't available. This is 52 stories tall. Every single building is 52 stories tall. I'm gonna be living on the 48th floor, and it's gonna be facing south and east direction, which is a good fortune direction. So hopefully it brings me some good luck in life. Okay, I'm not gonna walk all the way to the neighborhood because I don't have the keys, but I'm in this building right here. Thank you, Nana, with the hearts. Thank you very much. All right, so this is the neighborhood I'm gonna be in, y'all. Taps and donuts. We got it taken care of. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's walk back to our. I will give you guys a house tour, Amy, as soon as I'm getting ready to move in. But I have it in my video. So I posted a brand new video that has 2 apartments that I was kind of trying to decide between. These are the 2. Okay, so great to see everybody. Great to see everyone. We're gonna start walking back to our hotel. And I'm gonna give you some more reasons on why I really like this particular neighborhood. Another thing that I noticed about this neighborhood is that I feel like the law and order here is a little bit more lax. Okay, and what I mean by that is if you look at all these scooters over here, look at the way they're driving. You see how a lot of them ran a red light? Okay, now I'm not being facetious when I say this. I like it when the cops are a little bit looser, because I ride a scooter myself and I ride like a madman. Okay, I disregard red lights. You know what I'm saying? I'd be driving my shit in the what's it called, in the car lane. So the fact that when I came over and I observed that all these people were wilding, I'm like, this is the perfect environment for me. Like, look at this lady right here. This lady shouldn't even be on that street. You see how she's crossing into traffic right there? You see, the fact that she's getting away with it tells me that the law and order around here is a little bit more loose when it comes to traffic, when it comes to enforcement. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, this is right at home. This is my new home right here. Because there's a lot of areas of Shenzhen where they're very tight with enforcements. They make you be on the sidewalk. Whereas when I first came here, I started noticing these details, and I'm like, I feel like they're kind of loose with this, you know? So I like it loosey-goosey, exactly. I like it when people are chill, you know? Taps and donuts. Taps and donuts team. Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts. Actually, you know what? Taps and daily hearts. We're trying to get our daily hearts in, y'all. Do we still have 808 with us, or is she asleep? She ain't saying shit. She ain't pinning no comments. She probably asleep. She's probably, exactly. But it's also not like a old beat up neighborhood. You know, thank you, Tony, with the daily heart. Oh, you here? Good. You quiet. You know, it's also not like I know Marlene's working, so she's quiet. But Taps and Donuts, Eddie Kang with the daily heart. You with the daily heart. Eddie, Ion China. Let's go. But you know, then again, as we walk back to the hotel, it's gonna be like a 40-minute walk. So I'll be with you guys for at least an hour tonight. I'm also gonna take you guys to a little urban village along the way. Just look at how quiet this place is. Thank you, Penny. It is just quiet. La Rain, Ion China, everybody. Thank you for the daily heart. You know, but you got everything you need. Can with the daily heart. Well, just look at how quiet this is. That's why you gotta love it. Another reason why I like this neighborhood is I noticed that there was a lot of how do I say this? There's a lot of thank you, La Rain and Martinez. Let me see. How do I describe this? There's a lot of how do I say this? There's a lot of you'll see in about 5 minutes when we walk into the more Lisa and Bay. Thank you. there's a lot of there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. La Rain with the donuts. There's a lot of that. You see them lights flashing? You see them lights flashing in that establishment over there? There's a lot of that. Okay, there's like, no, but in all reality, I just got the feeling that this was gonna be, all jokes aside, like for entertainment purposes, all jokes aside, this area gave me the feeling that it wasn't as stuffy as downtown Shenzhen, where you got cops in a lot of places where, regulation is pretty tough. It feels like a little bit of a more free-spirited neighborhood. This felt like a neighborhood where, it just felt more it just felt like, it felt more chill. Obviously it was cheaper, but no, it's not about, it's like, it felt like it was more of it felt like it was a less regulated area. Yeah, this area is called Shajing. Shajin. Shajing neighborhood over in western Shenzhen. So totally different place. Totally different direction from where I used to live. About an hour and a half away from where I used to live. So I'm on a totally different side of Shenzhen now. Okay, by the way, you guys see there's a subway over there? You guys see that? There's a subway. You see that? I don't even know how to say that name. Eli Zinda with a donut. Thank you so much. Taps and donuts. All right, look. Before we keep going, y'all see this brand right here? All right, you guys see this Luckin Coffee over here? All right. A lot of Americans are just starting to see Luckin Coffee if you live in New York City. They are starting to attack the American market. This Luckin Coffee. Luckin Coffee was actually, you talk about a Phoenix revival. Okay, this Luckin Coffee is actually a laughing stock of Wall Street from about 3 years ago. They faked their financials and they were kicked out of the American stock market about 3 years ago. They were found to have misrepresented their financials and they were kicked out of the American stock market 3 years ago. This company has made an amazing comeback. They have more stores, cheaper selection, and just as high quality beans as Starbucks coffee. This is giving Starbucks a run for its money in China. As the economy has slowed down here in China, there's actually fewer people going to Starbucks. Starbucks numbers are down big time in China. Big time decreases for Starbucks coffee sales in China because of competitors like this. They're more expensive. I mean, the Starbucks is more expensive. These are cheaper, just as high quality, and they have branches everywhere. So pay attention to this brand, Luckin Coffee, because they just started attacking the New York City market. They hired a couple of these big advertisement trucks, and they're handing out free cups of coffee out here in Luckin, in New York City. Okay, taps and donuts. Nah, no community fest for me. I don't really do that. There's no community fest. Okay, taps and donuts. How's the signal, y'all? How's the signal? Thank you, Tiffany, with the Daily Heart. How's the signal? Is the signal okay? How's the signal? Do we have an okay signal? Dorito with the hand heart. Let's go, Dorito. Signal's good. All right, I'm on 1080p, so hopefully the signal is good. All right, no, all jokes aside, another thing that I noticed, and this is I'm being serious, this is a serious observation. Another thing that I noticed here is that there's a lot of massage parlors here in this neighborhood. This right here is a third floor massage parlor. This is why they have the very colorful neon lights. You can't really see it very clearly because I'm on dual cam. Dual cam robs you of some of the colors. If I switch it to single cam, you can see it more clearly. You see these neon lights over here? I've kind of noticed that this neighborhood has these types of establishments all over the place, which again tells me that the authorities here are a little bit more lax. That's what I like. I like an environment where it's not as stuffy. You guys have to remember, this is a country that's very, very safe. It's a very safe country. It's also a very, it's a country that's with a lot of cops. I like a neighborhood where I feel like, you can kind of live a little bit more chill without, without having to worry about it. And there's a hospital right here as well. Okay, there's a dental hospital right here. So I just feel like it just felt like a less stuffy kind of neighborhood. You know this. Does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense at all? Does that make sense, y'all? Taps and donuts team, taps and donuts. Does that make sense? David Wu, makes sense. Hey, great to see everybody. Great to see everybody. Thank you, Jamie. Like, I'm just like, you know, as an American living in China, you have to remember, you got a lot of rules you need to follow. I got to bring, like, even just me going to dinner. Like, I just went over to dinner. I had to bring my freaking passport with me, even going to dinner. Why? Because you got to have your passport with you at all times. Even as a resident of this country, you got to have your passport of all times. Even though I have a valid visa, I got to bring it everywhere. That's another thing you notice. Y'all notice these things right here that you can rent? You see this right here? You're not going to have that in downtown Shenzhen. They do not allow this in downtown Shenzhen. You can only get this in the suburbs, in the out peripheral areas of Shenzhen. Okay, taps and donuts. Taps and donuts team. Let's keep it moving. Taps and daily hearts. I'm sorry. Taps and daily hearts. Let's get to 200 daily hearts. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep it moving. I'm going to be doing more content outdoors now that we have hit our live pro go. Okay, thanks no small part to Marlene, Valencia, Mike, and of course 808 herself. You know, 808, what you should do is you should just leave a comment every minute, you know? You should just leave a comment every minute so I know you're watching this, and I know you love the outdoor content. We're going to try to do more of this, and I think we're about to go on a trip in the coming days where we're going to leave Shenzhen. Marlene, one of the things, for everybody who's watching, one of the places that I was thinking about going to next is I was thinking about going back to the city of Changsha. So the city where, you know, we had some problems last year. I was thinking about going back there because it's only 3 hours train ride away. And it's a nightlife city. It's very popping. It's very exciting. So I was thinking about going back to Changsha and like doing some streaming from that city to kind of celebrate 1 year, another year of streaming here. So that's kind of what I was thinking about. I could probably do like a 6 to 7 days there and have something to stream every single morning. The city that never sleeps. Dorito, you remember that city. Taps and donuts. All right, just get past me. You know, this is kind of like the boring section. We'll walk here for like 30 seconds and then we'll be in the main city strip area. Will I ever come back to America, Omaha? You know, I gotta tell you this. Omaha, by the way, we're still daily number 5. Everybody, look at the top left-hand corner. We are still freaking daily number 5 in America. We finished the night at daily number 4, just off of podium. We are still at daily number 5. We're still at freaking daily number 5. Isn't that crazy? Still daily number 5. Look at this. Let's go, y'all. You know I'm gonna have to pin this comment. Thank you, Jose, with the daily heart. Now, okay. Now look at this right here. What do you guys think is going on with these neighborhoods over here, with these buildings? Anyone care to venture a guess? Why is this all sealed off, all blocked off? What's going on with these buildings? Anyone want to venture a guess on what's going on over here? Thank you, Sunflower. Thank you, Jose. Anybody want to venture a guess on what's going on here? And there's more of it back there too. They all look empty. Does anybody know what's going on? Bankrupts, renovation, tear down. They're all going to be torn down. So this is what this neighborhood looked like. What up, Will? What up, Will? This is what this neighborhood looked like 30 years ago. These are the original buildings that literally, if you see these beautiful buildings over here, like you see this hospital over here, this didn't exist just 10 years ago. None of these things existed. All the beautiful buildings that I'm going to be living in, like this one right here, like all these beautiful buildings over here, that's a Marriott hotel right there. That's the Fairfield Hotel for Marriott. Look at that. Jose. You guys see that? Fairfield Hotel. Okay, so what's going to happen here is pretty much the story of Shenzhen and the story of China, which is out with the old and in with the new when it comes to these buildings. All these residential buildings used to house individual families. They're all going to be torn down. The families have all been resettled. So this is all empty. All the brass pipes, all the copper pipes, all the usable ACs, everything that's of use has already been torn out. This is just waiting for demolition. All this is going to go. They're going to get rid of all of this. You know what? What the fuck? Come to think of it, what the fuck? Wait. Hold on a minute. Let me make sure my house is not. Let me make sure my apartment is not facing this shit, man. I'm not trying to see this. Hold on. I'm facing this way. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. I'm facing this way. I need to make sure I'm not facing that way. I'm facing this way. Okay, I'm good. I was like, I better not be facing this. I'm not trying to look at all this construction. Okay, yeah, I'm good. We good, everybody. We good. I ain't trying to look at all this shit. Okay, so this is all gonna get... So I'm on the 48th floor. I didn't notice this. This is what somebody would call economic gentrification. All right, so all the original inhabitants that lived in these neighborhoods, they've all been resettled. And you can see here, these all used to be restaurants and bars. All these things, they've all been asked to leave. You see some of them left their signs here. This is 百年糊涂, okay, 潮汕大排档. This is a 潮汕food restaurant, similar to the one that me and Will went to in the city of Zhuhai. So this is all like old 1990s, 1980s China, and it's all gonna be demolished in the coming months, in the coming years, and they're gonna build more of these high skyscrapers here in this neighborhood. So this is all gonna be gone. This is all empty. There's nothing left. Like used to be a Yokohama tire shop. It's all gonna be gone. Okay, Sweet Sugar, great to see you guys. And this thing here too. They're all sealed off. There's nobody living in them anymore. They're just waiting to be destroyed. All right, Taps and Donuts team. You see, I like this woman. This woman gangster. See this woman gangster. You see this woman right here? You see this gangster right here? Look at that. She's riding her bicycle right in the car lane. We got a bike lane right here. Y'all. You see that? She's riding her slow bicycle right in the car lane. She a gangster. Y'all. I like her. She a gangster. We have a bike lane just for her. She's pedaling her bicycle right down the street over here. That's a gangster right there. That's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Taps and Donuts team. I'm telling you, and the fact that no cops stopped her tells me this is my type of neighborhood. Y'all. This is my type of neighborhood. Shit. C9 breaks with the Daily Heart. Everybody get your Daily Heart me in, please. What up, Rick Marr? What up, Colin? Like, as I was telling you guys, I pushed really hard for Live Pro these last couple of weeks, but I do kind of want to get back to our regular content, which is, we'll do our stuff indoors at night, but I kind of want to be outdoors a little bit more during the daytime in America, my nighttime. This is the bread and butter of the channel. Thank you, Pinwan. So we're not going to be doing any more battles at this time going forward. So in the morning slots, we won't have any more battles. It'll only happen at night. We'll just be focused on our core content, so to speak. Okay, Taps and Donuts. Sandra Rios with the donuts. Look at that. Everybody is on a moped. Look at that. Marlene, I know you are. What time did you go to sleep last night, Marlene? What time did you go to sleep last night? That's the question. What time did you go to sleep last night? Okay, because I know you was hype. See, you don't live in Hawaii time zone. See, when somebody be living in a Hawaii time zone, when we finished our shit, it was only like 8 p.m. over there. Okay, but for you, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. Much love, Rena. What up? Yeah, see, Marlene went to sleep at 3 a.m. Marlene went to sleep at 3 a.m., y'all. At 3. Oh, sorry, Warren. I'm sorry to bump your comment. Marlene went to sleep at 3 a.m. Let's go. Got up at 6 a.m. For what? For what? I saw something too. 808. I saw exactly what you saw. 808. You and I saw the exact same thing. We should talk about it afterwards. Let's go. Oh, look at that's the train, by the way. Okay, so there is a train station. This is another reason why I wasn't in love with the last unit, because it had a view of the train station, of the subway. So they got an elevated subway station over here, just like Chicago. Okay, I know you saw. I saw it too. 808. I saw it too. Taps and Donuts team. Taps and Donuts. We're walking back to my hotel. We're walking around here in China, in Shenzhen. Please tap on the screen and share this live stream, everybody. Tap, tap, tap. See, look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. Look at that. Look at that. That's going to be my transportation method when Oliver comes and visits me. Look, see, Oliver's used to driving a Porsche when he's in China. This is how I'm gonna pick them up at the airport. Okay? When people come and visit me in China, okay, I'm gonna pick y'all up in that right there. Okay, in the back. Y'all see that? Hey, why you laughing? You're gonna be sitting on the back of that. Why you laughing for? You gonna be sitting on the back of that. That's gonna be you. I don't know why you laughing. That's gonna be you. Taps and Donuts team. Taps and Donuts. Great to see everybody. Good morning. See, this is, again, just going back to what I was saying, like, this is the type of environment where, like, everything is being torn down. All these things. Y'all see this? This is all old Shenzhen. All this is being torn down. All this is going to be gone. Everything. They're all going to be gone. Okay, you see, this is how you know it's going to be gone. The government seals it off. You see all these white fences they put up here to make sure nobody comes in here anymore. All this is going to be torn down. So I'm kind of glad that I'm not facing this direction, because there's going to be a lot of industrial dust, a lot of industrial waste in the air, and it's probably going to be pretty noisy facing this direction. So look at that. You see how all the light fixtures and everything, all the AC's been ripped out? It's all going to be gone. Taps and Donuts. And the apartment, this is a crazy thing for a lot of Americans back home watching this. The apartment that I'm living in, that I'm going to be living in, costs 7 million yuan. I met the landlord today. Is a woman in her 40s, a wealthy looking woman. She paid 7 million yuan for that apartment. So just under $1 million, $1 million US for that apartment. $1 million US for that apartment. She's only able to rent it out for less than $900 a month. It would literally take 100 years of rental payments at current levels for her to recoup her investment. So much, much lower rent to housing value ratio here in China. $1 million apartment, US dollars, only rents out for $900 US. So I feel like I'm getting a very good deal. All right. See, 808 says it's a bubble. So why would somebody buy it? I have no idea. All I know is I'm renting it, and I'm going to be very happy. Hopefully, I'll be very happy. Hopefully, it brings me good luck. Okay, I believe in this. I believe in the vibe of the home bringing you good luck. All right, we're going to keep walking back to... All right, we're almost at our first stop, which is actually a city urban village, which is right here. I mean, just imagine this place 20 years ago, 15 years ago, is exactly what we saw in Guangzhou, the city village. Okay, you see like all these warehouses. You see this warehouse over here. You see these shops over here. Like, this used to be a very, very gritty neighborhood 20 years ago. Like, this is a place, if you even rewind 40 years ago, there was nothing here. Like, they didn't even have roads here 45, 50 years ago. There were no roads. It was dirt. It was dirt roads. So all this that you see here has been built up over the last 10 to 20 years as the city of Shenzhen expands outwards. A city of 18 million people, everybody needs a place to live and sleep. Okay? Where we go? We don't need roads. See, Warren over here trolling. Warren, this used to be a fishing village. Exactly. Hey, that's a good comment. All of this used to be a fishing village. 50 years ago, this is where the Chinese dream began. Shenzhen is where the Chinese dream began, ladies and gentlemen. The first place in China to open itself, in mainland China, to open itself to the rest of the world, where it says to an American investor, come and invest in China. You can't invest in so many other cities back then, but Shenzhen was one of the few pilot cities that said, come and invest in China. This is where the Chinese dream began in 1979. In 1979, reform and opening started. This was the epicenter. This right here. All right, this is the first destination that we're heading into. This is a little urban village. We're going to go ahead and walk in here. All right, Taps and Donuts. Luna, it's extremely expensive to live in Shenzhen, but I think I found a pretty decent deal. All right, we're walking into a little urban village. We're not going to spend too much time here. Again, this is going to show you the contrast of how people in China are living side by side with all these older neighborhoods along with these new condominiums. All right. The one thing I kind of noticed when I was in Chicago as a kid growing up was I would go to Lincoln Park High School. I went to Lincoln Park High School in Chicago, and Lincoln Park is one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in all of Chicago. And when I went to Lincoln Park, you would notice that it was just a very affluent, primarily white neighborhood. That's where I went to school. But if you just go a few more blocks, you could see there was just such a different flavor to the city. And these neighborhoods, that I remember I was from the south side of Chicago. So I would take the bus every single day to go to the north side to go to Lincoln Park High School. But what I noticed for 4 years sitting on that city bus was just so much, how do I say, a lot of the poorer neighborhoods, a lot of the projects that are unfortunately no longer there because of gentrification. They used to be right next to Lincoln Park. They would be separated by a couple of streets. It's the same story as you're starting to see here in China, because all those expensive homes that you see here out in the distance, all those big skyscrapers, that's actually going to be next to all these cheaper city villages. They're only a matter of 2 or 3 blocks away from each other. So this is going to be one of the cheapest neighborhoods in this is going to be one of the cheapest areas in this entire neighborhood. All right, this is a urban village. But what you can notice here though, is look at how nice and organized and not crowded this little city village is. You see that, like the fresh paint on the exterior of this building? Like, you don't see, like when we were in Guangzhou, how dirty the ground was, all the sewage, all the trash, right? Even in an urban village in Shenzhen, everything is super clean. You notice any garbage on the ground? You notice any, like, you remember what we saw in Guangzhou about a week ago, and all of you guys were saying in the comments, this is fucking filthy. Okay, this is absolutely filthy. Why is this so dirty? You don't see that here, do you? You don't see nearly as many people. You don't see any vendors out at night selling food, right? Much, much cleaner. Much, much cleaner. Shenzhen is a very clean city, and it's a more modern city than a lot of what you see in Guangzhou, and this is why I love it. Like, even this is a definition of an urban village. Like, look at these older homes over here. They don't have elevators. None of these have elevators, so you have to climb up there. But you see how there's not that many people? Just don't really have trash. You know, this is why you gotta love living in Shenzhen. If you are someone who wants a very gritty, very, very gritty and very traditional experience living in southern China, you go to Guangzhou. If you want modern, if you want clean, big, wide streets, no history, because it's a young city, you come to Shenzhen. That's why I love this city. Get your daily heart me in, everybody. Share this live stream like Dorito is doing, like 808 is doing. Share this live stream, everybody. Hit that share button. Get your daily heart me in. Let's keep it moving. Feel free to ask me any questions you have about, living in China. I have moderators on right now. Warren can pin. 808 can pin. They can all pin good questions. I got the first apartment, J-Kid. And you see this? Look at this right here. You see these neighborhood stores over here? All these yellow signs over here. Basically, everything is on sale. Like, everything is on sale. Salt, 14 cents per bag, 1 yuan. Okay, everything is on sale. All right, look at that. Taps and donuts. Well, I got it, man. I got it done. I got it done. Taps and donuts, everybody. Look. Everything you want. They got it out here. Look at that. Look at that. We got some Adidas socks for Oliver. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, the floods are pretty bad. Unfortunately, there's a lot of floods right now. Guizhou province, actually, about 5 hours bullet train from me. It's been pretty heavily affected by the floods. Okay, it's very unfortunate, but climate has been pretty extreme in the past couple of years in China. There's been a lot of flooding, and the one thing I really haven't noticed in China is wildfires. They don't really have that as much as we do in America, but there's been a lot of severe flooding in China these last couple of years, and this one's been pretty bad. Probably a couple $1 billion worth of damage to Guizhou province. This is in China. We are in China. Okay, we are in the city of Shenzhen. This is going to be my new neighborhood, my new home. We are in Shenzhen. Please follow and share this live stream. Taps and donuts, y'all. We're going to keep walking back to the hotel. Share this live stream, everybody. Share this live stream. Share this live stream. Walk the biggest bridge. See, this is the thing. I don't think they let you walk that bridge. You can fly your drone over it, but I don't think they let you walk it. All right, you see another thing about this neighborhood is we're not at the major metropolitan center yet. All right, meaning you see all those lights flashing out in the distance? That's going to be the primary population center where all the shops, other than the mall that I'm at. But this area here is actually very quiet. You see that? You got a little hotel over here. You got Orange Hotel over here. This is a perfect brand for a lot of Americans that are considering coming over to China and you don't want to overspend and stay at a Ritz-Carlton or a St. Regis or something like a Marriott hotel. You want to stay something local in China. Orange Hotels is a big Chinese hotel chain that has branches all over the country. It's called Orange Hotels. They should probably have a couple thousand. There's a dude up there. I hope he's not butt-ass naked. Yeah, I hope he's not butt-ass naked. But anyway, Orange Hotels, something to consider if you're coming over to China. Very clean. Usually most hotel rooms are under $60 US. Under $60 US, you can get a room in most cities in China. Very clean, very convenient. I don't know why I keep looking though. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody tells you, I just farted. This is an old Eddie Murphy joke. You know, somebody tells you, I just farted. He just told you, I just farted. But you smell it to confirm whether or not he was telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I keep peeping into that window to see if he's actually butt-ass naked or not. I shouldn't even care. I should just keep walking. But for some reason, I just keep looking at that window to see if he's actually butt-ass naked. So we're going to keep moving. All right, taps and donuts. All right, taps and donuts, team. Taps and donuts. All right. Retta, taps and daily hearts. We're at 120 daily hearts. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. And he wants me to keep looking. I'm like, look. Dorito, pink kitten with a daily heart. Where am I located? I'm in Shenzhen. I'm in the outskirts of Shenzhen in a neighborhood called Shajing. This is going to be my new house. This is going to be my new home. I can't wait. I'm going to be moving in sometime in the next 2 weeks after I take a trip out in, thank you, Tiffany, with the donuts and Joy. After I take a trip out in, what's it called? Hello? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, she giving haircuts. Oh, shit, she giving haircuts. 理发怎么收费啊？10元是吗？ Give a haircut. Man, I should get a haircut right here, right now. She giving out haircuts. She giving out haircuts, team. $1.40. $1.40. 10 yuan. $1.40 for a haircut. $1.40 right on the side of the street. Right on the side of the street. Okay, she said don't. Now, see, this is I gotta tell you, this is what's strange about, this neighborhood. Right? Like you were right next to a city village. The next thing you know, you're next to a Lexus dealership. You know what I'm saying? You are right next to a Lexus dealership next to a urban village. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, 808 don't want me to get a haircut over there? The day that Big O, Oliver sends me a TTU, I'm going to go get a haircut for $1.40 right on the side of the street. I told him, look at all these new Lexuses. All right. Now, I will make a comment about all these cars that are selling here in this lot, all these Lexuses. Lexus is a big, powerful brand in America. It's a Japanese brand, still a very respected brand here in China. This is actually one of the few foreign automakers, I believe, to still make primarily their vehicles in Japan to export to China. I don't believe they do a lot of joint ventures with Chinese companies. I don't know whether it's a quality thing or a reputation, whatever it is, they tend to make a lot of their cars still in Japan and they send it over to China. Okay, now, you see this right here? You notice how this vendor is cleaning up? It's only 10:09 p.m. Okay, you see how this gentleman, he set up, I think he had a little shoe set up. He was selling shoes over here. And you see how at around 10:09 p.m. he's closing up already. If this was in my old neighborhood in Longhua, he would probably still be here till midnight or 1 a.m. in the morning. But because it's a much quieter neighborhood with not as much foot traffic, you see how You can see how from my phone going off, you can see how this is like, you know, they're cleaning up pretty early. You see how this low, look, you see this right here? One watermelon for $1.40. 10 yuan, $1.40 for one watermelon. $1.40 for a watermelon. Look at this. $1.40. It is 10:10 p.m. out here. $1.40 for a watermelon. 10 yuan. $1.40 for a freaking watermelon. Look at that. Let's keep it moving. Now I'm gonna switch over to single cam for a second, everybody, and I want you guys to tell me, what do you guys think that is? Because I noticed it a long time ago. It's like my first time here. That was the very first thing I noticed. Okay, what do you guys think this is, ladies and gentlemen? What do you guys think that is? Thank you, Megs, with the daily heart. You know, all the esteemed ladies and gentlemen of this hotel room. What do you guys think that is right here? A lot of people saying casino. That's a good guess. Okay, Warren said that's a good time. Marlene got the right answer. Okay, now this right here is a little massage parlor. Now, why exactly does this massage parlor have all them lights outside? I don't know. Okay, now why you gotta have all these colorful ass neon lights for a massage parlor? I don't know. Okay, but I will tell you this. When I was in my Uber, the very first time I was here, I was looking out the Uber, I was looking out the window, and I was like, damn, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Now, it looked like a casino, but it's actually a little massage parlor. Probably a dirty one, too. Taps and Donuts team. He said Robert Kraft knows that spot. Wait, hold on. Who said that? Wait, who said that? Hold on. Who said that? Wait, who made that comment? Wait, who made that comment? Robert Kraft knows that spot. Jamie said it. Yo, you trying to get me sued, y'all. Let's go. You know, but real talk though, this is like, you know, you can see how like this is a neighborhood where, you know, if you come back here in 10 years, if I'm still streaming from this area in 5 to 10 years, I guarantee you there's going to be so much more traffic in the streets. Because again, all these smaller buildings are going to be raised. They're going to be replaced with bigger, newer buildings. So the quietness that you see here is only because things are still being built. If I was to buy a home here in Shenzhen, this probably wouldn't be my first choice, but it wouldn't be my last choice either, because you could just see like how many of these luxury apartment buildings they're building here. This one is called Oasis. So like all you see, this is the concept that they're building out here. You see that they got office towers over here. They got a shopping mall down here. They have a little city center. They have a little shopping center over here. Okay, a little place, a little plaza. Like, and the thing about the Chinese is they will make these dreams come true. Like, if you come back in 2 years, this is exactly what it's going to look like. These developers are going to make this happen. So the only reason why these streets look so empty right now is you're banking on potential. Like, that's why, like, my landlord, in my opinion, is actually sitting in a very good position, because she paid $1 million for that unit. Since then, it's fell about 20%. So that unit is only worth about $800,000 now. She's actually lost 20% equity in just 2 short years, thanks to the real estate situation in China. But if you look at the long-term 10, 15-year horizon of this particular neighborhood, I'm very bullish, just because of all the activities they have going on. And you see these buildings over here, they're all going to be office towers. None of them are going to be residential units. You can see how there's no light on whatsoever. That's because they're not open yet. This is not open to the public yet. These are all still under construction. So you can imagine there's actually a lot of Chinese companies in Shenzhen that are moving their offices here to these cheaper rental areas. So there's going to be a lot more office workers. There's going to be more people here. So I'm moving in essentially before like the great rush, so to speak. Does that make sense? Like it's a kind of moving in when it's still a kind of a quiet neighborhood. Okay, Taps and Donuts. We are Live Pro, everybody. We have made it to Live Pro on this app. We just need to get a nomination. All right, what do you guys think this is right here? You see this building right here with all the bars on it? Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little guess. What do you guys think this neighborhood is right here? Okay, with all the metal bars, you see all those folks running around. What do you guys think this is right here? Okay, what do you guys think this is right here? It's not a prison. It's definitely not a prison. It's not a fucking prison. It's not a hospital. This is actually a kid's dormitory. Okay? Now, this is going to be a hard concept for a lot of Americans to understand. Like, why is this have bars everywhere? You see all the things. This is a dormitory for children. This is actually not a college. This is actually an elementary school. You can see all the kids. They're all elementary school kids running around in there. Okay? A lot of Chinese families send their kids to boarding schools. These boarding schools aren't necessarily all private. A lot of public schools in China are also boarding schools. So those are all 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, sometimes as young as 9 or 10-year-old kids living in these dormitories. So the school is right next door. The school is right next door, but these are all dormitories. These kids are living at a very, very young age on their own. Okay, but yeah, absolutely. These are 11, 12-year-old kids living on campus. And this is not a place that you can just walk into. It's very secure. Everything is like high security. That's why they got the bars. They don't want nobody climbing in there. They don't want no kids climbing out. Almost looks like a little bit like a prison, right? Everything's sealed off, but this is a kid's dormitory. Okay, taps and donuts. Yeah, protecting the kids. China takes that very, very seriously. They take that very, very seriously. Taps and donuts team. How's the weather in the city? Dog, look at my face. Look at my face. Okay, look at my face. It's hot. It's hot. I'm sweating. It is hot. It is hot as hell. Okay, that's how the weather is. Hot as hell. Hot as hell. That's how the weather is. I'm sweating my nuts off. Valencia with the donuts. Valencia, good morning to you. Good morning, Valencia. Thank you, Southern Princess with the daily heart. Thank you, Southern Princess. Get your daily heart me in, everybody. Get your daily heart me in. Get your daily heart me in. So what do you guys think about this neighborhood that I chose, though? Melissa with the daily heart. What do you guys think about, like, my choice, my decision to make this my new home? Like, what do you guys think? Good morning, Valencia. Good morning, Valencia. What do you guys think? Make sure y'all follow the channel if you haven't. My mom is still living at the hometown right now. You see, I'm gonna zoom in on this. Right, like, you see this? I know I should have probably signed a 2-year lease. I'm gonna zoom in on this. You see that? A lot of entertainment. It almost feels a little bit like a Luohu district. Okay, you'll see all the entertainment over here. This is called the Louis Club. Okay, literally in Chinese, it's called Louis Jiu Ba, which means the Louis Club. Okay, so it just seems like, it felt to me like it was a, and I'm not somebody who goes out. Like, I don't go out, I don't party. And Doni, thank you for the daily heart. Like, it just feels like this is a very lax neighborhood. And again, it was something that I specifically looked for when I was choosing a neighborhood. I wanted somewhere where I could just take it easy and relax and not have to worry about, you know, cops everywhere, and, you know, just kind of wanted to live in a less stuffy environment. And this is what I'm very excited. Also, you know, when I signed that lease today, I was a little bit nervous because it's coming up on 4 months since I've had a permanent home to myself. Putting pen to paper on getting a new apartment kind of scared me a little bit. But I'm in general very excited about what's to come, to have a place to call home again. Thompson, look at this. See, look at that. You see how this woman almost ran into each other? You see that? Thank you, Chris, with the daily heart. He said, "What's the hood, fam?" Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna make a little TikTok story update once I get back to my home, my hotel. But this is what the neighborhood looks like. Massage parlors everywhere. You know, they go another massage parlor right there, right next to the Vienna Hotel. Okay, that is the Vienna International Hotel, another very popular chain here. Taps and donuts, everybody. Okay, for those of you new to the channel, you'll see these cameras everywhere. Multiple directions. I do stay in China. This is why this country has literally very little to no crime. Everything is monitored 24/7 by the cops. You as much as pickpocket someone in these streets, you get into a fight, within 24 hours, if they don't catch you on the spot, somebody will be paying a visit to your apartment, to wherever it is you live, and they will find you. They got cameras everywhere, every street corner. There are no blind spots. Cameras everywhere. And a lot of Americans aren't used to this. You know, they feel like it's an invasion of privacy, but in this country, it actually makes me feel pretty safe. There's cameras everywhere in this country. Everywhere. Every street corner. Like it is, like you do anything unbecoming that breaks the law, you will be caught. There's cameras everywhere. All right, taps and donuts. Let's keep the comments flowing, y'all. Let's keep the comments flowing. Hey, again, for folks new to the channel, Buick is one of the hottest selling American vehicle brands in China. Buick doesn't sell all that well back home in the United States. Okay, I'm in Shenzhen. Doesn't sell all that well in America. Not a lot of people drive Buicks. Not that many people drive Buicks in America, but in China, people love Buicks. Yes, 808. See, let me show you guys this, because 808, I don't know if you've seen this when I mentioned it before, but Buick essentially sells one vehicle really well in China. It's the GL8. This is literally their best-selling vehicle in China, the GL8. And it's a minivan that is designed for executive bosses. So imagine you're an executive, you're a senior manager, you're a CEO, you're a factory owner, you're being driven around. This is one of the earliest, thank you Andoni for the donuts, this is one of the earliest executive vehicle brands here in China, the GL8 by Buick. Still one of the best sellers. This car right here, right around $45,000 to $50,000 new. Higher end versions of this can go up to $90,000 to $100,000 US dollars for a Buick GL8. It's actually called an Avenir. You guys could Google it. Buick Avenir, Avenir. Buick Avenir. One of the best. This is not it. This is not the Avenir version. This is the GL8. This is one of the best-selling vehicles by an American car brand anywhere in China. A Buick. Okay, Taps and Donuts. And this is a Chinese domestic brand SUV called a Tank. Okay, a very popular Chinese car. This is called a Tank. This is actually a gasoline vehicle. So Americans back home, I don't understand why we can't buy this in America. Thank you, Sumaya, for the donut. I don't understand why we can't buy this car in America. But it is not affected by the tariffs that the Biden administration put on Chinese electric vehicles, because this is an internal combustion gasoline vehicle. Chinese brand called a Tank. All right, of course, the all ubiquitous BYD. This shit is like the Corolla of China. Let's keep it moving. Taps and daily hearts. 100. Hey, yo, everybody, we're at 145 daily hearts already. We're only 50 some daily hearts away. Please get your daily heart me in. As I said, I'm gonna try to do as much content as I can from outdoors in the future. Even though we have a cooking show coming up, we do have people on this channel that like outdoor content. Okay, now what do you guys think this vehicle is right here? See, a lot of y'all ain't never even seen this vehicle in your entire life. Kwana, you guys, hold on. Let me get rid of my face. Ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think this vehicle is right here? Rams with a daily heart. Look at that. This looks like a Porsche to some of y'all, right? This actually looks like a little Porsche, right? This is very Porsche-like. Okay, so Heels for Life said it's a Volkswagen. This is the amazing Xiaomi. This is the car that took the Chinese market by storm earlier this year, late last year. This is the Xiaomi electric vehicle. This is the Xiaomi SU7. It's one of the nicest cars. This is the reason why 808 get one. I can't afford this shit. This is like $60,000. This is like $50,000. $50,000 for this vehicle. This is the reason why Tesla is losing market share. Tesla is losing market share, y'all. This is the Xiaomi. And this is, I'm telling you guys, this right here is a vehicle that I really wish that we had in America, because this vehicle right here is absolutely incredible. It's an incredible vehicle. If you look at the interior, Look at that. Look at how nice that is. Okay, I don't want to get too close, man. I ain't trying to be all creepy and shit. Okay, but this is what the vehicle looks like. This is the Xiaomi SU7. The Ford, absolutely, Bobby, you're absolutely right. Bobby, you are absolutely right. The Ford CEO drives this vehicle. You guys are looking at the vehicle that the Ford CEO drives. I'm not joking. Like, this is a true story. He didn't just drive it once. He drives this every single day. The Ford CEO of Ford Motors drives a Xiaomi because he was testing it out and he said he loved it so much he didn't want to give it up. This is the SU7. This is one of the nicest cars that you'll find in China at the affordable price point. This is why, I understand that Tesla, the stock is doing very well. I've kind of said it to you guys on live stream before. This is not investment advice. This is not investment advice. I'm going to say it again. This is not investment advice. Based on what I'm seeing in China right now, just based on the China market, I would fade Tesla a little bit. I would be underweight Tesla. This is not investment advice. It's not investment advice. I would fade Tesla and underweight Tesla a little bit because they are getting squeezed out of the Chinese market by competitors like this. American car makers, Japanese car makers, they're all facing the same problem, which is amazing Chinese-made vehicles at a cheaper price point. This is a Xiaomi SU7. This is the max version too. This is the really expensive version. This is the max version. This thing goes 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. Less than 4 seconds. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Taps and donuts, of course. Right next to a little Corolla over here. Come on, man, little Corolla. Heroes for Life. Not a big fan of Tesla. See, this is another vehicle that you don't really see a whole lot in China. I'm pretty surprised to see this. This is a Ford Explorer. You don't see a lot of Fords in China. It's a brand that doesn't really do very well in China anymore. Ford, a very small part of their business in China. I actually see a Ford Explorer here. Don't see that every day. Taps and donuts. Let's keep it moving. All right, again, if you look across the street, there's another reason why, like I said, man, well, this is the first thing I noticed when I came over here to look at the apartment. Look at this. Broly with the Daily Heart. Look at that. What you guys think this is right here? Look at that. Look at that. Look at all them neon lights flashing. What's a Woodrow call? Look at all them. Look at all that shit over there. What do you guys think that is right here? What do you guys think that is? Huh? It ain't a casino. Casinos is illegal in mainland China. No casino. No casinos. That's another massage parlor. I have counted a total of 7 to 8 massage parlors in a span of 1 hour since I started streaming. That's another massage parlor right there. This one is actually a big one. This is a multi-floor massage parlor. Okay, so it's like multiple floors of it. This is the type of massage parlor. It's more like a club. 大东家. Okay, this is called 大东家, Big East Family. I might have to come here and check it out. I might have to take one for the team and come and check it out sometime in the next couple of weeks just to see what kind of activities they got in here. Okay, I don't want to do it. I don't want to come here at all, but I might have to do this for journalism integrity. I might have to come here and just go inside and find out what kind of shit they got going on over here. I don't want to do this at all, but I might have to take one for the team. Okay, I might have to take one for the team on TikTok. Okay, it's for you guys. I'm doing this shit for you guys. I'm not trying to go in there. I don't want to do it. But I'm telling you, I might have to come here and do it for you guys. Okay? Shit. Look at that. See? I don't want to go in Okay, so don't ever call me not hardworking. Don't ever call me not hardworking, okay? Because I do the shit. I do the shit. Okay, taps and donuts, everybody. Don't ever call me not hardworking. I'm just playing. You see how these guys are? How far am I from my hotel? I'm almost there. Okay, you can see. Damn, we're gonna get something for 808 over here. We're gonna get something for man, 808. I got you from over here. I got you over here. I'm just playing. Let's go. Taps and donuts. You see how like he's running this little store out of the back of his vehicle right here? Okay, everything he's like essentially running a business out of the back of his vehicle. It's international 808. They got everything you want over here. Marlene, you want something? Valencia, you want something? I'll get Oliver's wife something from over here. You know, little Canal Street over here. They got everything you want over here. Look at that. It's perfectly legal. Taps and donuts, team. Taps and donuts. Dumps with a daily heart. Oh, well, 80% of the way there, y'all. Let's keep getting our daily hearts in. Valencia, I got you. Anything you need. Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. I got you. Oh, and also, you see this right here? As we get ready to get back to the hotel room, you guys see how this used to be a factory over here? This is actually a factory, a plastics factory. This entire neighborhood in the past, not only was these older neighborhoods or these older buildings, this used to be a factory part of Shenzhen. This was a neighborhood in Shenzhen that used to have a lot of just factory workers, man. This is like people from out of town working here in Shenzhen. Shenzhen has transformed itself. You guys, do any of you guys remember like 15 years ago, the incident that happened with the iPhone factories, and they had to put nets at the iPhone factories at Foxconn? Do you guys remember that at all? Do you guys, the disgruntled workers with the Apple, you know, the people that were making your iPhone, do any of you guys remember that? You guys remember that story? That actually happened here in Shenzhen. I didn't know that until I did some research. Okay. Oh, she said she still stick to gold. Dang. You guys, none of you guys remember that? You guys don't remember when the Foxconn factory had to install a bunch of nets? YOLO with the daily heart. None of you guys remember that? Jacqueline, you don't remember that? Jacqueline, you don't remember that? So those factories are actually right in this neighborhood in Longhua district and also around here. So there's a lot of factories that used to dominate these outer areas of Shenzhen, and they would employ like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of young people from all over China. But the difference between Shenzhen and Dongguan is that while Dongguan is about an hour and a half from here, even though Dongguan is still relying on manufacturing and factories, Shenzhen has moved much higher on the food chain. It's more of a services and high-tech city now. So this is why like this factory that you see here with one little building, this is an anomaly now. Not gonna have too much more of that here in this neighborhood. Instead, what you're gonna have is these big office buildings and the malls. It's starting to rain. I'm gonna get back to the hotel. Shit, it's fucking raining. It's raining, y'all. Every time I start streaming, it starts raining. Taps and donuts, team. Taps and daily hearts. I'm sorry, taps and daily hearts. We're almost at our daily heart goal, y'all. We should only be like 20, 30 daily hearts away from our daily heart goal. Everybody share this live stream. Keep the comments flowing. Taps and daily hearts. RJ, thank you very much. And I'll tell you, this is a neighborhood I will be stopping by. This restaurant right here. These are the types of restaurants I will be stopping by later on in the future. We call it the Plastic Stool. RJ, Sarah with the daily heart. Everybody, please share this live stream like 808 just did. See this? And this is where all the workers, you know, there's a lot of construction workers nearby. You guys remember those construction workers? And you know, you see this right here? Like, see my dude over here passed out. I see him. Look at him. He messed up in the game, y'all. Look at him. Look at him. Totally passed out. Okay, you see my dudes chilling. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, right? Good Hunan food over here. He out. This is, I'm telling you, man, this is good old, like, real street food. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is nothing fancy about this, but like, this is, you see all this, look how much beer they went through. Like, look at this, look at the desperate look on this guy's face. He's like, fuck, I gotta clean this up. Look at him. He's like, fuck, I gotta clean this up. Look at this. Look at dude's face. Look at the look on his face. He said, I gotta clean all this shit up. Look at him. He said, I gotta clean all this shit up. Look at him. Look at this. Look at the look on his face. Look, he don't even know where to start. Look at him. He's like, where am I supposed to start? Look at him. Look. I'll take like 2-3 people. Blue with a daily heart. They made a mess out here. I gotta walk back to the hotel, y'all. It's raining harder and harder. What the hell? But, you know, these are the types of restaurants where, you know, believe it or not, 80% of family meals, a lot of these family meals are these lower tier cities, but, you know, a lot of you gotta understand, man, you can get that whole table with all that food and all that beer, the whole table probably costs less than $100. For all the food, all the beer, it's probably like $100 for what seems like 10-12 people. This is why, like, you understand, China is a country of 1.4 billion people. A lot of meals take place at restaurants like that. Not the very few people go to Michelin star restaurants every night. You know, this is still, when you come out here to Shenzhen, I think this is probably another reason why I like to live in this neighborhood, is I like to see China this way. Like, I like the humility of, you know, seeing all these scooters on the streets, and, you know, like, if I wanted to just have like a American way of living, I would just go back to North Carolina. I would go live in LA, right? Like, I would go and live in Las Vegas or Hawaii or Los Angeles or Seattle again, right? Like, me living here in China, there's something to be said about living in these humble neighborhoods, right? Something to be said about living in these humble neighborhoods where, you know, you feel very, as an American I do speak the local language, I do speak Mandarin. There's something to be said about living in a neighborhood like this that keeps you grounded to what it's really like to live in China. I could easily afford, not easily, but I could afford to live in the nicest part of Shenzhen with the nicest malls. I could live right next to I could live in a very glitzy neighborhood in Shenzhen. A primary reason why I like living in these types of neighborhoods where things look like this is because I feel like it lets me understand this country a little bit more than versus if I was living in those glitzy areas. You know, does that make sense, everyone? Like, I feel like the places like this keep my feet more tethered to the ground, and like, they allow me to see the country for more accurately. You know, hopefully that makes sense. Like, when you walk by things, like, it feels more real. You know, when you're walking around in neighborhoods like this, you know, and this is, you know, I gotta tell you this, if I was living in a country, honestly, like the Philippines or, you know, maybe like if I was living in, now no disrespect to these countries, but if I was living in the Philippines, or if I was living in like, you know, some other places, let's just say in Asia, I would opt to live in like a service department, and I don't speak the local language. I would try to live in a service department where it's a little bit, you know, more foreigner friendly. But here in China, because it's a safe country, pretty much everywhere you go, I actually try to live in like these, like, I don't know, I try to live in like these more grounded neighborhoods, you know, just to keep myself a little bit more, you know, keep myself more grounded. I've reached my hotel. If it wasn't raining, I would keep walking. I'm gonna walk a little bit more. Thank you, Dorito, Taps, and Daily Hearts. Okay, Taps and Daily Hearts. Please share this live. Please share this live stream, y'all. Please share this live stream. We're at another commercial area. I'm gonna walk around a little bit more. I'm also gonna show you guys, well, you don't need to see my hotel room because you've already seen it. How many of you guys have seen my hotel room? That's the one I be battling from every single morning. You guys have all seen that, right? All right, this is another major commercial area. Rainbow, the roses. Y'all ain't never seen my hotel room? $30 a night. Stay here. Let me see all this is being built. You see that new building right there? Those are all going to be $800,000, $700,000, $600,000 to stay in these units over here. Okay, you guys have never seen it. I'll show you guys. My room is a little bit dirty. But this is the hotel that I'm staying in. Is also open to foreigners. Because remember, not every hotel is open to foreigners here in China. But this one is. Taps and daily hearts, everybody. Taps and daily hearts. I've arrived back at the hotel. These are all electric scooters. So what do you guys think? So for everyone who's been watching since the very beginning, what do you guys think of this neighborhood option that I made? You guys think I made a good choice to stay here? I made a good decision to sign a lease and stay in this neighborhood. It's pretty good, right? Like I think not a bad choice, right? What do you guys think? Thank you, Ruyu, with the daily heart. Everybody, we're 16 daily hearts away from hitting our goal. Come on, y'all, we could do it. We're 16 daily hearts away from hitting our goal, team. Let's hit our daily heart goal. Let's hit our daily heart goal. We're 16 daily hearts away, y'all. JJ with the daily heart, 15 away. Valencia and Royal. Thank you, Valencia, with the donuts. This is my hotel right here. It looked like a piece of shit from the outside. Roxanne, BB, Valencia. We're 6 daily hearts away. Rudy, get your daily heart me in. Perfect. Happy, man. We're almost there. We're like 2 away. DJ Bradley. We're like 1 daily heart away. TWO, Andoni with the donuts. Sarah, how many away were we? We are about to hit our goal. We're 5 daily hearts away. We are 5 daily hearts away, team. We're 5 daily hearts away from hitting our goal. Moon. Linda. Kang Warriors. 2 away. Melly. I think we hit our goal. 1 away. We're 1 daily heart away. Kimmy. Escalate. We just hit our goal, y'all. We're going back to our goal. Perfect. Perfect. So this is my hotel right here. This is called JhnenVEE Hotel. I'm staying here. This has been absolutely amazing to stay here. So you guys know how like Marriott and like Hyatt and Hilton, they all have their own membership programs. This is the Chinese version of the Marriott hotel program. It's called Huazhuhui. All these different hotels, they participate in this, and you can earn points. You can get free nights. You can do all those things just like you could with a Marriott hotel. Right here, Huazhuhui. All right, Live Pro. And the neighborhood that I'm this place right here is actually right next to one of the nicest seafood restaurants. Lisa Escalade with a donut. One of the nicest seafood restaurants in the entire neighborhood. Thank you, Tiffany. And you know, not that I've gone in or anything, but you guys could see the neon lights here. Yeah, there's a little massage parlor right here too. There's another massage parlor right here, right next to my hotel. Yeah, it be tempting me. It be calling my name. But you see the entrance right there? You see the entrance right there? You see the entrance right there? You see all that woman just walking in? Yeah, it be tempting me. It be tempting me. But I can tell you, I have never gone in it one time. Because you know why? This is not something I'm trying to get into out here in China. You see all them lights, the KTV, you see the massages, you know, you see this is a little, whenever you have a fucking entrance that look like a Tron over here, okay? Okay, this is literally look like a scene out of the movie Tron, okay? Whenever something look like this, thank you, Winnie Fu, okay? You know, look at this. Thank you, Winnie, for the first gift. You know, look at this Tron looking entrance over here. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. What do you guys think happens back there, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. What do you guys think happened over here? Come on, man. I'm not going in there. Come on, man. Okay, thank you, Crazy. Thank you, Sonia. They got it everywhere out here. Okay, and you see, look. This is what a Chinese KTV look like inside, by the way. If y'all ain't never been inside, look at that. You know, night is still kind of young when I think about it. It's only 10:43 p.m. Look at that. That's where you get a massage. Okay, you can see like you get a massage right here. Okay, you can sit right here and get a massage, and you got a little TV you could watch. Okay, this is where you sing the KTV at. Thank you, Dolores. Okay, you see the way they decorated inside. It's nice. It's nice. And it is only 10:43 p.m. Taps and Donuts team. I think I'm gonna go back to my hotel room like a good boy. I'm gonna go back to my room like a little good boy, okay? I'm gonna give you guys a little room tour. I'm gonna go back to my room. All right, Taps and Donuts. Taps and Daily Hearts. We hit our daily heart goal. I'm gonna go back to my room like a good boy. All right, thank you, Mark. Mark with the Community Fest. Hey, no, but all jokes aside though, like I'm excited to get this out of my life. You know, this whole apartment search. I have a place to call home, and you know, just get ready to move into my new home. And tomorrow, I'm almost going to be streaming tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to stream every single morning from now on at this particular time, whether we're indoors or outdoors. But we're not going to be battling anymore at this particular time slot. Not that we never battled much at this time slot either. Anyway, but we will be either indoors or outdoors with some different types of content at this time. So if you haven't followed the channel, please make sure you follow the channel, everybody. Okay, please make sure you follow the channel. We're gonna go back to the room. Make sure y'all follow the channel, everybody. Thank you, Bay. All right, I might lag a little bit. Y'all. In the elevator, I might lag a little bit. I'll show you guys my little $40, $30 hotel room. Tim, I'm gonna go to IKEA to get my furniture. I'll go to IKEA. Oh, this is what the hotel looks like. $32 a night to stay here. $32 US a night. Look at that. $32. And this is where the robot docks. Okay, so when they need to give you something out here, $32. Yeah, I'm for real, AC. I'm serious. $32. There's a little robot over here. Okay, you see there's a little robot over here. Robot over there. All right, it's okay, Marlene. It's okay. Look at that. We got a little robot riding with us on the elevator. See that shit right here? Look at this. Look at this. Got a little elevator. Got a little robot. The food come out here. Right down here, it opens. That's where all the food is stored. Bay. You guys can still hear me? We still got a signal? We got a signal, everybody? Do I have a signal? Do I have a signal? Yeah, we good? Look, something I felt really bad about. I actually feel bad about this. So I got delivery food. Okay? Man, this is fucked up because I did this. So I got delivery food for lunch 2 days ago. Yesterday, actually. And I left it out here. And the sauce leaked through the bag. And it looked like somebody 3 days into a cycle sat on my fucking couch. And look at this little stain that is left on this carpet over here. I felt very bad about this. Somebody 3 days into the menstrual cycle or some shit sat on my couch and be leaving a stain like this. You see, look at this shit right here. You see this? I feel bad. Man, I gotta come and clean this shit up, man. Look at this. Look at this. Fucked up. I left this here. I didn't know, but it leaked through the bag. So I wish they come and clean this shit up. Okay? Wish they come and clean this shit up. Okay? See, I always like my room quiet. I don't want nobody bothering me. All right, damn, I'm sorry, y'all. This room is a goddamn mess. I'm sorry, everybody. This room is a mess. Okay, this room a little bit of a mess. I'm living out of a suitcase, so don't be judging. Okay, this is what a $30 hotel room looks like. $35 hotel room looks like. All right, I'm living out of a suitcase. I've lived out of a suitcase for the last 4 months. Okay, it's very messy because I did my laundry yesterday, so all my laundry is fresh, and I just lay it out here. Okay, don't be judging. Don't be judging, y'all. Don't be judging. Okay, don't be judging. Okay, don't be judging. Don't be judging. Okay, but this is a nice room though. Like this is $32, $33 to live here subsonic with the community. I got my own little bed. Okay, and the bathroom looked like this. Okay, it's a mess. I'm sorry, it's a mess. Okay, you see how I bring all my toothpaste from America? I use all my toothpaste from the United States of America. I don't use any toothpaste out here in China. I use my own toothpaste. You got a single sink, and then this is what it looked like. Okay, it's a little bit of a mess. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, you got a shower, very nice shower. All right, you got a rain shower, $32 US. And it's a brand new hotel too. They just opened last year. This hotel just opened last year. All right. And I also don't really like the maid coming in here. So there's another reason why it's a mess. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. This is a little bit of a mess. I've just been leaving all my shit over here. All right. It's a nice room for $32. I'll be here probably for like another 2 or 3 days. And then I'm going to go on the road with you guys. I'll go on the road with you guys I'll go on the road with you guys. I'll be here for like another 2 or 3 days, and then we go on the road to the city of what I think is going to be the city of Changsha. My hair is a little bit wet from the rain outside, so we'll probably be going to the city of Changsha sometime in the next 3 to 4 days, and then we'll stream the city of Changsha. Yusayan, you can message me for it, okay? But that's $32 out here in Shenzhen. So we have a lot of cool content coming up. We're going to Changsha, Taoyuan, Chongqing. I don't know when I'm going to go to Chongqing. Maybe soon. Not really much of a view, just a street view. Looking at that massage parlor, reminding me to go. But make sure y'all follow the channel if you haven't. We're going to do more of this content outdoors. Okay? We're going to do more of this content outdoors. We have hit the requirements. $32 including tax, yeah. Okay, $32 including tax. And yeah, like I said, everybody, we're gonna be doing more content. We have hit our goal, and it's time to get back to doing our core content, which is a lot of outdoor content, and we want to get the cooking show right as well. So we're gonna be doing a lot of streets. We'll be doing a lot of street walks from different places in China. As long as you guys don't get bored of me. What's up, Chris? As long as you guys don't get bored of me, then I'm going to keep doing it. Okay? Last thing is, please make sure you follow the channel if you haven't. If you haven't followed the channel, please make sure y'all follow the channel. Hit that follow button if you haven't. Okay? I hope you guys don't find it boring that I'm just walking down the street in China just showing you guys what it looks like. So if you don't find it boring, make sure you follow the channel. Okay? Make sure you follow the channel. All right? I'll see you tonight. I'll see you guys tonight. Live Pro. Say that again. Say that one more time. That shit sounds good. Marlene, Valencia, everybody, 808, the beautiful Miss 808. Spirited Garage. Tammy, we actually made Live Pro, y'all. Like Melly, we actually made Live Pro. We have hit one of the biggest milestones for this channel ever. We hit Live Pro. So I'm going to Marlene. Y'all all have a great day. Y'all all have a great Monday, the toughest day of the week. All have a great Monday. I'll be back tonight. I'm not going to take any days off. I'll be back tonight. And then on Tuesday morning, we'll be back outside again. We're going to keep hitting the streets. We're just going to keep hitting the streets every single day. All right. I know a lot of you guys love it, and I need to keep giving you guys good content. So we're going to keep hitting the streets every single day. All right. This one was like how long was I on right now? I think I was on for like Mike Hawk with the donuts leaf. Let me see how long I've been on. Abu, thank you for the fireworks, Abu. Thank you, Abu. That's my only job, Anthony. I stream every single day. Hold on, let me see. Thank you, Ben. Let me see how long I've been streaming. I will be back. I will be emailing my TikTok manager. All right. Anyway, you get my point. I will be doing this every single day. All right. Every single day we will be streaming. Hopefully every single morning we'll be streaming right around this time. You guys all have a great day. I'm out of here. You guys all have a great day. We streamed for an hour and 43 minutes. And we got 19.8 thousand views already. 22,000 views, 19.8 thousand unique viewers already, over 171 new followers. I'll see you guys later, everybody. I'll be back. I'll be back tonight. I'll be back tonight from indoors, and tomorrow morning we'll be back outdoors again. All right. Much love, everybody. Much love. Much love. Much love. Thank you, Heals for Life. I'm gonna take a shower. It's hot. I'm very musty right now. Take a nice clean shower. Lay down. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great Monday. Have a great Monday. I'm out of here. I'm going to see you guys later tonight. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great day, y'all. I'm going to see y'all tonight. Valencia, everybody. Marlene, 808. Tammy, I'm out, ladies. You guys already have a great, day. Daniel,